What's up? This is my podcast. I don't know what this is really. It's my thing. I'm gonna talk into this microphone here for an amount of time. You, the hypothetical listener, are going to listen. We're both gonna get some semblance of enjoyment out of it. It's gonna be really good. So that's a nice little pause I got there. I think I'm gonna call it Jake Thoughts because my name is Jake and I'm thinking a lot. So I think that's probably the best name I will ever come up with because I'm not really good at naming things. Like, usually I don't have a good example of me being bad at names, but just take my word for it, please. That would be sick. That would be so great. Thank you for believing me. It means a lot. Um, the idea for this abomination, this human trash sounds. I was listening to Curtis Connor's podcast like a month ago. If you haven't heard that, you should listen to it because it's like me, but like way better. It's like he's like Cheerios, dude, and I'm like Kirkland brand wheat circles. Like it's that level of difference. You should go check them out. But once you're done with that, you should come back and be like, "Yo, this is it's like the thing I like, but not as good." But you should really check him out. But I was listening to him, and he was just doing it where he's just out there, he's just living his life, talking to himself in a microphone, and I was like, "Yo, I could do that, but worse." So here I am doing that. Um, I don't really expect anyone to listen to it, but it looked fun to do. So if you do listen to it, like, whoa, that's crazy. I can't believe you out here really listening to my voice like that. Go you. Shout out. I appreciate it. So what am I gonna do on this thing that I'm doing here? I don't have any plans. I almost before I started this, I was like, "Yo, should I write something down, dude?" But I didn't. I didn't do that at all. So we're really just seeing where this goes. I don't know what I'm gonna say. Probably nothing good or productive, but like, you can't ever really expect that out of anyone, can you? So like, don't really just really lower your expectations for this stuff that's gonna come out of my mouth. Nothing too crazy, but also nothing good. I think I do have one topic. I'll kind of tease it. I'll kind of tease it right here, yo. I was thinking about Guy's Grocery Games. You know, the best cooking show in the game. Uh, I'll explain what it is later. If you haven't watched it, you should really get on that wave because that stuff it really out there. It really wacky. It really crazy. It's wet and wild. Guys Grocery Games, wet and wild. Jake, an official endorsement. But I was thinking about mixing that with the movie Death Race 2000, the racing movie about killing. So I don't know if you're feeling like you want to hear that kind of we're gonna chop and screw those things together. I don't know if I'm using that right. I just stick around, my dude. Stick around, my guy. We'll get into that. We'll take a deep dive into that mixture, and it'll be really good. But first of all, I gotta touch on a topic very close to my heart, and that's plumbers. I just I really have a lot of thoughts about plumbers right now. Now you might be going, you the hypothetical listener, because you're like a Schrodinger's listener. Cause like I don't know if you're really out there, but like maybe I don't know. We'll see. Hit me up. Text me if you're listening. Send me a letter in the mail. Um, it just says, "Hey, I'm listening," and then your name, and I'll be like, "Hey, very cool, very that's really special." Anyway, plumbers, dude. So why am I talking about plumbers? Good question. I ask myself. It's cause a couple days ago, I got a note, and it was from the manager of my apartment. I live in an apartment, dude. I fully moved out. Look at me, living it up. Anyway, I got a letter, and it was like, "Yo, we're just gonna be like casually redoing the pipes. in like the apartment complex. So just like be aware. Might be some plumbers coming in and out of your house. And I read that and I was like, okay, chill. But I didn't really think on it. I didn't really give it a good little think. So 2 days passed by. I prep for the plumbers to do their thing. Don't really consider it that much. Just kind of do it. So Tuesday hits, and your boy's just sleeping peacefully, dreaming those good old dreams about who knows what. I don't remember, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. So maybe stop trying to figure out what my dreams are, my dude. So I'm sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, I'm awoken by the sound of my door opening, my front door, and that's not a great way to be awoken, cause like, it definitely isn't my roommate. They're at work, so like, I'm either in my mind, I'm probably getting robbed, or murdered, or maybe kidnapped. This is like not that reasonable looking back, but like your boy just woken up, I'm exiting dreamland, I'm moving back into the real world, the meat space, and I'm shocked. So I get dressed real quick, I walk out, and there's just 5 full-on plumbers in my home, my guy. Like, they're just fully chilling in there. And like, it was really awkward because they like definitely weren't expecting me to be there, and I was not expecting them to be there, despite the fact I was told they would be there. So we just kind of had like a weird standoff kind of thing for a second there, where I was like, "Are y'all gonna leave, or am I gonna leave?" And I left. Kind of gonna spoil that one for you. I just left. Didn't get to do any of my morning stuff. Didn't get to brush my teeth. Drink my green tea. My green tea in the morning. That's important. It really starts my day off right. So, my day's starting off wrong. My breath smells bad, dude, and I'm already on the road. Yeah, said that one twice. But just like, dude, it was a bad day. And I had to put the cat litter, because like, we got a cat out here. Dude, I'll talk about that cat next. I'm gonna roast the shit out of this cat. Yo, get excited. Anyway, I had to put the cat litter in here in my room. You can't see it. I'm in it right now though. Doesn't smell like cat poop anymore though, which is pretty sick, I gotta say. Definitely enjoying the fact it does not smell like that anymore. But I had to put that in here. I put the cat in here also. It wouldn't really make a lot of sense for me to only put the cat litter in here and then close the door. Be like, yo, what's up, plumbers? I've made it so the cat will just poop and pee everywhere besides where it's supposed to. You're so welcome. You're super welcome, plumbers. Thank you for waking me up. So I leave, right? The cat and the cat poop zone inside my only space, and I just dip out. I leave. I can't. I'm obviously not supposed to be here. They don't want me here, quite obviously. So I'm not trying to stay where I'm not wanted. So I go about my day as one does. I do my daily things, go to my classes. I'm a college student, by the way. Look at that, getting a higher education, getting after it. We really out here. Anyway, so I come home, and side note, they were like, yo, we're going to be done in 3 days, which is like a lot of days for plumbers to just be breaking and entering into my apartment. They didn't break in. They were let in by the building manager, but like, it was a break-in. It was an emotional break-in. They broke into my feelings. So I come home, and they've ripped holes in like all my walls to get to the pipes. There's just holes everywhere. So that's never. You never want to see that. You never want to see your walls full of holes, especially ones that you did not personally create. Not that I've made any walls and any holes, any walls, I mean to say. So it's like, it's even worse when you didn't do them. I would assume, because I haven't done any. But what I'm trying to say is there's holes in my walls and I don't really like it. And that was really all I was trying to get at there. But we kind of took the scenic route to that point, you know. So there's holes everywhere in my walls. That's not good. I'm just really upset and unhappy about that. You know, the two bathrooms, now you can hear what's going on in the other. If you're in the other one, they're like sound connected, not visually but auditorily. That's a word. So you can hear what's going on in the other one, which is, as you can probably like reason out with your brain thoughts, it's not optimal to be able to be like, oh, I'm just gonna go take a shower. Let me just listen in on the other bathroom, because like normally you're not trying to listen in on bathroom noises, really. That's kind of vulgar. But here's the best part. The best part of this all. So I go to my room. I remove the poop zone, the cat poop zone. You know, there's now kitty litter all over my carpet. Very clean, very great. Kitty litter smells not that great, turns out. Who knew? But this cat has been like, yo, there's plumbers in that house. I want to see what's up with them. But the door was closed, and cats can't open doors. It's their only weakness. The cat's only weakness is their inability to open doors that are too high. If you put the handle really low down, maybe they could, but that make it hard for humans to open the door. So I don't think that's really a long-term strategy. If you want to teach your cat to open doors, maybe a stool, I think, would probably be best. So what my roommate's cat, I should say, it's not mine, has the grand plan this cat came up with to escape and hang out with those cool, chill plumbers that are very nice and cool, was to just try to dig their way under the door, which is like, I'm pretty sure it's a normal animal thing to do that. To like, that's like, I think animals go to, it's just like dig a hole for some reason. I don't know. That seems like a weird plan A to me, but I mean, whatever y'all want to get after, I guess. But obviously, in a human apartment building made for humans that don't dig holes a lot, digging a hole under the door doesn't work that well, and you just ruin the carpet. So now our carpet's ruined. Our holes are full of walls, like I said, and they're not fixing it for another week. And that's been my deal with the plumbers. Also, they put a ladder in front of the entrance to our parking garage, so I had to wait outside for like 30 minutes to park my car in my spot, and that wasn't that great. A guy looked at me weird, and I felt uncomfortable. He gave me he was driving by, and he just like gave me like a mean old glance, and I was like, yo, I'm sensitive. Please don't, sir. That's gonna bother me now. So that's my plumber story. That's my whole bit on plumbers. Was it funny? Oh yeah, by the way, I'm trying to be funny, but I don't know if I do it very good a lot, so who knows really. You'll be the judge. Like, comment, and subscribe if you think my jokes are funny, and leave a comment telling me nice things. Be like, hey Jake, the things you said in this just audio recording you did of yourself talking to yourself, I chuckled at it. It was funny. Good job. But don't say anything mean, because as I just explained, I'm sensitive and it'll hurt my feelings. So don't do it, because I don't know why you'd kick someone who's already down. I mean, my walls are full of holes. So like, I don't know, give me a break. Wait until next week. Come back, because I'm going to probably do this every week. We'll see. I'm not good at sticking to things, but I'll do my best. I'll give it the old college try. Like I gave college, and I'm still doing college, like 3 years in. So like, maybe college try is pretty good at it. Come back next week, and then you can tell me I'm bad. That was a really good bit. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll be here forever, because I don't know where I'm going with. Anyway, I feel like it's time. I've complained I was gonna talk about my cat. We don't need to talk about my cat, dude. That's not that funny. The cat's just dumb. The bit is that the cat is very stupid. That's it. That's the only funny thing I have on that. So pretend I just talked for like 5 to 10 minutes about how this cat's really dumb and laugh and be like, oh, this cat's dumb. Because it is. But, okay, 15 minutes in, anyone who, for some reason, was doing like an expedition into YouTube and somehow found this has now left because I spent 15 minutes talking about plumbers. So now we can get into the part, the good part, the part I wanted to, the part that made me want to do this, the idea I had that made me do this, that idea, the idea I talked about, that one. So I got a pretty formidable commute. I'm not gonna say it's the longest commute ever, because I think that would probably be a lie. But it's got some length to it. It's a decent one, It's like, if traffic is bad, or the fires are burning things. I live in LA, the greater LA area, by the way. LA, by the way. So I don't drive very far distance-wise, but time-wise, I'd spend hella time in a car. I can spend up to an hour a day, 2 hours a day, plus. I don't know. I kind of lost the thread there for a second, boys. Kind of got lost there in the maze of speaking. I was saying, the point is, once again, I took the scenic route to that point again. Once again, my commute is, I got a long commute. That's it. That's all I was trying to say again. I'm bad at being concise. In fact, I don't even know what concise means. That's how inconcise I am. Anyway, so I was sitting in traffic, as I do, and I was having some thoughts, like you do. Most people do. I have a lot of them. So that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing this podcast called Jake Thoughts, where I share my thoughts, because I have so many that you guys can have some as well. But I was thinking about the movie Death Race 2000. Yeah, we're gonna get into this. So I've never seen this movie, but I will attempt to give a brief plot synopsis for you, because I think 4 years ago I watched a CinemaSins video on it, which isn't really a good source of knowledge for anything at all, but I'm citing my sources, y'all. I'm being a good college student. I'm giving a work cited. Yeah. Anyway, so here's a brief plot synopsis of Death Race 2000 by someone who has never seen Death Race 2000 and has only seen a YouTube CinemaSins on it. It's a movie about, there's a big old race. It's across the whole America, all of it. North America, not South America, I don't think. Only the North one. And there's a bunch of cars and they're racing, but I don't think it's like the main draw isn't actually to win the race by going fast. I think there's like a point system, and you get points by killing people with your car. So they just spend like however long the movie is just like running people over in creative ways. I'm honestly confused about how many different ways you can kill someone with a car that isn't just hitting them with your car. Like, maybe you could put blades on it, but then you're just hitting them with blades on your car. I feel like, I don't know how they made a whole movie out of this concept, quite honestly. It seems like there's just not enough ways to hit them inventively. I feel like it get old. Here's a bigger question. Why do people in the universe, in the Death Race 2000 expanded universe, why are people so into watching people get hit by cars, y'all? That's like a weird thing to be really into and have like be a national sport. But I feel like definitely you'd want to pick a way that kills people more inventively. like the Olympics of death. That's a good idea. But we're not talking about Death Olympics. We might be. We might be talking about Death Olympics. That might be a better idea than Guys Grocery Games. But anyway, so basically, if you take this movie's plot and everything, you put in a pot, you boil that pot, and you get the base ingredients. Someone just took racing and put killing in it. And I really like that. I appreciate that a lot. That's fun. That's a fun idea. It's good. I like it. Props to whoever made that. That core concept is what I like. So I wanted to kind of use that myself, like kind of make something of my own. So I was sitting in traffic. That's why I mentioned it, because I'm having all these thoughts in the traffic, and I was like, yo, what can I put death in that would just be really, like, really sicky gnar? And I thought a lot about it. Death Olympics? The Olympics is definitely a good one. I might explore that as well. I might do that. Probably not, though. I think my previous conclusion is still the most correct one, and that is that Guys Grocery Games would probably be the best candidate for adding death to. So I hear that you, the listener, the hypothetical listener, because I don't think anyone will listen to this. I don't think anyone will listen to 22-ish minutes of me just saying bullshit to get to this part. But bro, if you did, yo, you're in for a treat. So I forgive you for not knowing what Guys Grocery Games is. It's a cooking show hosted by the man, the myth, the legend, Guy Fieri himself, whose, side note, he's a good ass guy. He's a good guy. Shout out to him. He never done anything wrong besides yelled, "That's gangster," to like 2,000 different burgers. But like, he's even out here feeding the firefighters in the LA fires. So like, shout out to Guy Fieri. You look like a dad who doesn't want to give up his youth and is like way past his prime, but like, you a good ass guy. Shout out, respect. Anyway, so he's hosting this cooking show in a giant supermarket. Yikes, dude! I don't know what that was. And there's like 3 contestants, and they're like, I've only seen this show once because it wasn't very good actually. But they're given like a challenge, and they're like, make a souffle out of like paprika and baking soda and Pepsi Sprite, and like somehow they do it. But like, they have like 3 minutes to grab all their ingredients, and they have to like only spend so much money or something. I don't know. There's a lot of weird intricacies of Guys Grocery Games for some reason. It was a weirdly complicated rule set, but they run through. They're like trying to get all the best ingredients before the other contestants do. There's a time limit. I don't know. And then they cook or something, and Guy Fieri eats it at the end, and he's like, "Oh, boy, that's finger looking delicious." That's what he sounds like, by the way. I'm Guy Fieri. My voice is just a little bit deeper than it was before. That's him. He's here. He's saying what's up to help me explain this. So like, that kind of sucks. That show kind of sucks. It's not that good. Just watch the cooking show. It's Cutthroat Kitchen, I think, where they give him like silly things. That's a good show, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Guys Grocery Games. So, how do we throw a little fucking... Oh, I said curses. Dang it. Yikes, dude. I was trying not to... Oh, well. How do we throw some spice in there? How do we just take Guys Grocery Games and just kind of spice it up? And the answer is we add death. We add killing to it. So hear me out. Hear me out on this one. Because I can tell I'm looking at your face, your hypothetical face that is not here, and I will never be able to see it. But I'm looking at it nevertheless. In my third eye wide open, my guy. Your aura, your chakra is like wholly visible to me. And you're questioning. You're saying, dude, I don't know if that's a good idea. You know, you're just not convinced. So let me convince you. Let me convince you. So I was just kind of getting a mental roadmap of the description of it. You know how it is when on a little road trip there for a second, but we back. So think about this: the three contestants, Tom, Catherine, and Gerbo. They're chilling in the makeshift supermarket. Guy Fieri's there, and he's like, "Yo, what's up, guys? I want you to cook me a quiche, but you got to use crayons. Got to put some crayons in it, because that's a thing sold at grocery stores probably." And all the contestants are like, "What? How much?" And it like cuts to their interview. How am I gonna make a quiche with crayons in it? That's crazy talk, Guy Fieri. You're killing me. And he hears this and is like, "No, you're killing each other." And he hands him like medieval like weapons. Like one dude, like Gerbo, gets a flail, like this thing, like the ball, with the stick with the spiky ball on it, and he can like swing it around and like smash him with it real good. Gerbo gets the flail. Catherine gets like a whole spear. Like that's an advantage, If she gets the high ground, she jumps on one of those the top one of the supermarket shelves, dude. It's over for Tom and Gerbo. I don't know. Let's give Tom a bow and arrow, and he's like, "Okay, guys, you have 3 minutes to get all the ingredients for your crayon quiche. And also, you can kill each other. And if you do, you get to steal all the ingredients the other person had. You can loot them. You can loot their dead body and their shopping cart that they've now abandoned because they're deceased." So, like, that'd be way more interesting than just, like, I don't know, Gerbo and Tom are like, "Oh, gotta get to the kielbasa sausage before the other people do." Like, I don't care, dude. I live a pretty high-octane life. So I can't relate to your kielbasa plight. I don't care. Just grab it. Like, it's not that hard. But like, if friggin' Kathleen comes over, Tom's like reaching for some Yukon Gold potatoes, and Catherine just like spears him through the hand and is like, "Those are my potatoes," and he's like, "It's on," and he like bow and arrow. He bow and arrows her. He shoots an arrow at her. She's down a leg. Her leg's been impaled, and now they're both. I'm going really into detail about this. This is kind of weird. They're both crippled for the cooking section. So now, was it Gerbo was the last one? Gerbo's unharmed. Tom's down a hand. I think it was Tom. We're saying Tom is the one who got speared. Now, Tom's down a hand. Kathleen's down a leg. They're hindered. They're crippled. They're not going to be able to cook that quiche nearly as good as Gerbo is, assuming equal levels of quiche cooking ability. So Gerbo's going to win that first challenge. Tom's eliminated. I assume he goes to the hospital or is just executed silently in the back by, like, Fieri's assistants. Like it'd be honorably. Like, they'd be like, "Hey, you cooked a good quiche, my guy. But you just couldn't beat out Gerbo." And they just swing. That's the sword noise. That's the noise a sword makes when you swing. It goes swing. Turns out. Who knew? Medieval times, not the restaurant, the actual time period, were like full of that noise. But yeah. That's the general idea I have for it. It's like way more exciting, way more blood. That's another thing. Bloodborne diseases. Not the video game Bloodborne, but like hepatitis. I heard it's a lot less fun than playing Bloodborne, is getting hepatitis. Cannot confirm. I have not tried both. So I'll get on that. I'll report back. I'll let you know what's good with that one. Okay, cool. But like, if you're bleeding into your quiche or your pecan pie, Guy Fieri's not gonna eat that. That's an instant disqualification. He's gonna be like, "There's blood in this." Hey, Catherine, there's blood in my pecan pie. What the heck? I can't eat this. I didn't ask for blood pudding. Good joke. That's a quality joke right there. Get this pie out of my face. And then, Kathleen goes away. Swing, It's over. She's done for, dude. There's nothing you can do about that. Gerbo wins. And, he's unharmed. He actually didn't fight anyone. There was also no killing in this episode. I guess you don't have to kill. You could be a merciful chef and just maim your opponents. Be like, they're like trying to get some like sriracha for their pot stickers, and you just like chop their arm off and then like cauterize it with like a really hot spatula, and you're like, "I will not kill you today." Beckerthin. Wow, I'm really bad at names, you guys. But Beckerthin, I will defeat you in this cooking challenge because you now have lost your dominant arm. So you can maybe do that. Or you could just outright kill him, like Arnold comes with his what's a good weapon? What's a good weapon for Arnold? Help me out here. Post in the comment section below your favorite medieval weapon. We give him like maybe just an axe. That's not that fun, but like I can't think of anything too funny. And he just like, someone's reaching for, what's a funny food to reach for, guys? Comment in the sections below. What's a funny food to reach for, but that you get killed for? I don't know, maybe some oatmeal cookies. You're trying to get the oatmeal cookies for your dessert, and Arnold just like axes you in the head, and you're done for. Lights out, dude. No swing for you, dude. You're out of here. Get out. This is no place for a contestant like you. So that would be. Sometimes they kill, sometimes they don't, sometimes they just injure, and they leave the killing up to Guy Fieri's sword assistant, because he has that. He has a dedicated assistant with a sword who just executes the failures. You either die a failure or you become a living legend of Guy's Grocery Games of Death. That's the title. That's the title right there. Guy's Grocery Games of Death. So I feel like this idea has only one flaw. There's only one flaw. There's only one issue I can think of. And that's, if you're a contestant, there's only 3 of them, So if you go on there, if you just kill the other 2, like, outright, like, out of the gate, the show's over. There's no show. Like, you win by default because they're dead. They can't compete anymore. No matter what you bake, it's going to be better than their nothing. So you just win. I had to explain that why you would win. I felt the need to explain why you would win if everyone else died. But that's no fun, because then there's no show, and Guy Fieri can't sell that. And that displeases the Fieri. So he'll like do a Roman gladiator thumbs down and have his assistant execute you with the swing sword. So how do we alleviate this? More contestants. The answer is more contestants. I'm a genius. Bump that number up to like 7 or like 8 maybe. 12. 12 is the perfect number, I think. Why? I don't know. I just feel it. I just feel it in my heart and my soul. I peered into the void with my 3rd and 4th eye. Some real 4th dimension stuff. And the number 12 just came out of me. I was like, yo, this is the answer. Just believe in it, 12 contestants. I'm just saying, one person probably can't kill 11 people. Now you may be saying, but what if everyone has that idea? What if everyone has that idea to just kill everyone? And then it would just be a bloodbath. But, here's the thing. Here's what I'm thinking on that. You know, you got a 12-person brawl, you can probably stretch it out to a whole show. You're probably fine. So I think that solves that. Cause like, unless it's all over really quick, you can probably throw some cool drone shots in there, maybe of like some clanging. That's what I'm gonna refer to as fighting with metal weapons, clanging. Just because saying fighting with metal weapons is kind of time consuming, and you know, I'm a busy person, you're a busy person. We're just gonna call it clanging, be done with it. So they're out there clanging. You know, that's gonna take a minute. You know, it's probably hard to kill a person with a medieval weaponry. You know, they were pretty good at it back in the day at medieval times. Not the restaurant, but the time period. Once again, I've never been to medieval times at restaurants, so I couldn't really tell you their skill level at clanging there, but it's probably pretty high. In medieval times, they were pretty good at it, but in modern times, we made guns, which are better than swords. Turns out, so we don't know how to use swords that good anymore, except for like weirdos who are like, a sword is the ultimate weapon. Anyway, dude, yo, you accidentally pull like an anime, one of those anime kids who just practices with his katana in the backyard all day for like his entire life. You cast one of those and it's over, dude. It's like they just roll out with their katana, and like, yo, Guy Fieri's like, okay, start, and like everyone's cut down instantly. Like, you don't even see him draw his sword, and you're just like, whoa, that was crazy. He's like, all my years studying Naruto have finally paid off. And he wins Guy's Grocery Games. You know, Guy's pissed. He tries to give the thumbs down, and it's just like, and the anime kid kills the sword assistant. You know, he's too strong. He's too powerful. His power level is too high. Guy Fieri himself had to step in and intervene. You can't have that. Okay, there's got to be... We will need to be a little bit more selective about the process. Because, yeah, no, if you get one of those on there, it's over with. Guy Fieri might not even make it out alive. Okay, so that is the only possible flaw in this plan of Guy's Grocery Games of Death, death of killing, is if you get a weeb who's really good at swords, the show ends because they kill Guy Fieri. So, I think on the application process, we're like, there's like the final question is like, what's Naruto's last name? And if they can answer that, like you don't get on. So you just hit them with that Uzumaki, and they're like, oh no, you cannot be on here. You are too powerful. Your skill with the sword and with the Japanese language is too great. And that's the only person who could do that. There's no one else who's good at fighting besides anime kids. That's a fact. You can take that to the fact bank. You can walk up to the teller and be, hey, I would like to deposit this fact I was just told. And they'll take it. They'll be like, hey, what's up? This fact, totally valid, true, and legal tender. And they'll deposit it in your fact account where you store all your facts. Is that just a metaphor for your brain? I'm unsure. I don't really know, but take it as you will. Do what you want with that thing. I was gonna call it a metaphor, but I don't think it is. I don't really know what a metaphor is, though. I know what a simile is. You don't need to know that I know what a simile is, but now you do. What's up? Welcome to Jake Thoughts, where the host knows what similes are. That's the tagline. It's kind of lengthy. It's kind of wordy. But I don't know. Similes are important. They sound like smile, and smiles are good. Anyway, so the only issue, that was a long pause, the only issue I could think of, besides the ones I've already discussed, being all the contestants dying, and an anime kid coming and killing everyone because his power level is too great. Would be like the people who pick what they show on TV, the TV networks, saying no. But don't worry, because American TV is wild. It's really wild. Because you can show killing all you want. There's so much killing on it. So much death and killing and attacks. And violence is the word I was trying to get to. But didn't for a minute there. So you can have all of that as you want. That's no problem. But you show a boob, though. You show anything inappropriate. Violence is appropriate. But anything lewd. You show any adult things, you're donezo. You're out of there. DirecTV just axes you. Not literally, like the axe assistant Guy Fieri has, but metaphorically. It's a simile. It's a simile, yo! Hell yeah. I love similes. But they get you out of there. So, how do we solve this? When we're proposing it, it's very simple. When we're proposing it, we just call it Guy Fieri's Grocery Games of Death with Killing, but absolutely no boobs, is the tagline. Big capital letters, Guy's Grocery Games of Death, a lot of killing, no anime kids, and under it is, maybe we don't put the anime kids in the title. Under it, and like the secondary title is, and absolutely no boobs or anything adult. No adult themes in here. None of it, you know? And that solves it. That gets it on the American media. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do, dude. You're in there. You made it. You know, Becky is over there executing Grumble. Yikes, dude. Naming conventions are not my strong suit. Becky's over there executing Grumble with a giant pair of scissors. And like, you know, your 7-year-old's watching that. That's fine. But as soon as something adult happens, get Tommy out of there. He can't be seeing that. There's some upper arm on there, dude. Get that out of here. Get those shoulders out of here. Anyway, I don't know what this tangent really was. About the American media being cool with violence, but not with nudity. Yikes, dude. Not a word. But we went there. We did it. We did a talk about it. So it was kind of, you know, maybe you were thinking, maybe you, the listener, were like, I hope he talks about the American media. But like not in any like meaningful way, but in like a really surface level, non-interesting way. So you're welcome that, because I did. You're no problem. Let me just check my phone here. Because I got a text message. I had to make sure it wasn't important. I think we're gonna wrap things up in a minute, but first I just want to mention that the Army's trying to hit me up. So you might be asking, what are you talking about, Jake? What are you saying? This is completely unrelated to anything. And I just remembered because I checked my phone, and that was at all those. It was very unprofessional of me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean, because we're having a conversation here. But what am I talking about? Yesterday, at 2:33 p.m., Matthew from the Army texted me, and you said, "Hey." And you might be saying, I'm saying that a lot. What is it? What are you talking about? I got this text message, and it says verbatim. Yeah, I know big words. Hey, this is Matthew with the Army. How are you doing today? Period. You know? I just want to, I don't have anything, you know, important. I don't have any, I don't have much to say on that, really. But you know what? I appreciate it. Shout out to Army for just checking up on me, saying what's good. Being like, hey, Jake, how are you doing? I appreciated that. It really made my day that Matthew from Army just wanted to make sure I was doing good. Just gassing me up. I didn't respond because I was just like, I didn't want him to like be like, hey, you want to drive a tank? And I'd be like, no, dude, I really don't want to drive a tank. I don't like driving that much, and also it's probably loud and dirty. So, no thanks on that one. But thank you. So I didn't respond because I didn't want to. It would be awkward. But if you're listening to this, Matthew from the Army, if you're listening to this among all 0 people who made it 45 minutes into me talking, I just want to say thanks. Thanks for checking me out. Matthew, not you. Unless you're Matthew. Dude, if someone named Matthew listens to this first all the way through, for some reason, God help you. Why would you listen to this all the way through? This has been terrible. This has not been good. But shout out. I need to, okay. We need to wrap this up. We're running on empty here. Food review. Sorry. I had to. I didn't plan that. That just happened. But yeah, 46 minutes. I didn't think when I started this, I was at like 5 minutes, and I was like, dude, how am I gonna talk for a long time? Because I think I said 45 minutes to an hour, and I didn't think I could do it. I didn't believe in myself, but I did it. This is my Mount Everest. I climbed it. Shout out to everyone who thought I couldn't do it. I don't think anyone didn't think I could do it. I think everyone probably thought I could do it. Everyone who knows me probably thought I could do it. But I did it anyway. So, okay, we're stopping. We're ending. So, I honestly don't think anyone listened to this because I'm just going to throw it up on YouTube, and I don't know how anyone would find it. But it was fun to do for me. So, I don't know. If you, for some reason, stumble upon this and you get 47 minutes in, it'd be sick if you told me in the comment section below. Dude, I hate saying that. I feel weird saying that. But anyway, legitimately, it'd be chill to hear your thoughts if you listen to parts or all of this. Because feedback is a cool thing. Even if I take it back. You know what? You can say mean things if you want. If you wanted to say mean things, be like, hey, this wasn't funny, tell me. And I'll be funnier next time. I don't know. Oh boy. The point I'm trying to make is leave feedback. Tell me what was good. Tell me what's up. Show me the way. If you didn't like it. And if you did like it, gas me up, family. Just tell me, be like, hey, I liked this. I don't know why you would, but if you did, tell me that. And I'm gonna try to do these every week-ish. I think is gonna be my goal. I don't know if I'll do it or not. I'll probably be pretty good about it. Because it's not that hard to just sit here and talk. But anyway, I don't really know how to end this. But yeah, comment. I need to stop repeating myself. Type words to me. I'll read them. Maybe I'll respond. Who knows? That's it. That's the end. This is over. I think it went okay. I think it went pretty good. Not really, but anyway. So, this is it. Until next time. My name is Chris. Ooh. Yeah, my name's Chris. I've decided now. This has been Jake Thoughts, previously known as Chris Thoughts, previously known as nothing, because it's new. And that's all the thoughts I have for now. So, have a good week. And come back again, maybe. If you like it, come back again. That's all. Okay, I'm just going to end it. We're just going to stop. Goodbye.